the mama bear. So I saw my first bear this morning on trail. He was, or she was, in and around this bush. I was just walking down the trail. I just have a little baby walking stick that I was trying out. Some guy left it at the Wawa Yonda shelter. I just have my swag bag that I carry on my front. It's on my back right now. I just wanted to get some water at the park office, and the bear was hanging around right at the intersection of the white trail, the AT, and the blue trail that leads to the park office. I guess Wawa Yonda Lake and group campground. But I didn't see him. He saw me, and then all I saw was his butt scurrying away, and he was fast. I don't think it was much higher than my knees on all fours, but a stout little bear. I didn't even get a good look at it. Like I said, just its butt in a hurry taking off. But I had heard two different people coming into Camp Yayawanda last night said they saw their first bear, and it was a mama and two cubs. Now, this didn't really look like a cub, and I'm not a bear expert. We'll leave that to the Dwight Schrutes of the world. And this bear was definitely small and young, but didn't look like a cub. I mean, it just looked like a giant dog, like a bulldog 4 times its size. Dark black. Like I said, I really just saw its butt, and it could move. So it didn't sound like the graceful prancing of a deer when they spot me and they take off. There were no berries on that bush. I don't know what it was doing, if it was just hanging around. I got that out of the way, saw my first bear. It was a bear butt, so hopefully if I see any more bears, they're just bear butts, because it's still startling. I mean, that was a half a second, and I really didn't do anything except go, hey, bear, 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 bear. And it was already taken off, so, you know, black bears mostly eat berries. They're mostly afraid of humans. There's another one. Could be a cub, so I don't want to... Could be the same guy. So there he is. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to draw his attention, but there you go. I don't know how well I'm getting him on camera. Doesn't really look like a cub to me, so I'm not guessing that that's 2 cubs. Beats Battlestar Galactica. Beats Battlestar Galactica. Beats Battlestar Galactica. That is not a cub. That one is bigger than the other one I saw. So that's 2 bears in New Jersey. And it's just as I was making a remark about not wanting to see them anymore and only wanting to see their butts, I get this guy on my left flank just casually not giving a shit about me, not even making any noise. Anyway, that's enough bear talk. I don't want to summon the 3rd bear. Just got stung by a bee, so you might not be able to see it very well. I covered it up. There was no stinger in there. My sock was pulled up over it, but I looked down, I felt the sting and said, what the hell is that? It was pretty intense. Look at that, it's right on a vein too. So I looked down, and there's a little jerk hammering away with his ass on my sock. So I looked, I got my tweezers out. I looked for a stinger, but I don't think that the stinger went through. It's probably in my sock or something. I took 2 Sudafed, which isn't what I want to do. It's not even noon. I'm probably going to get drowsy, but I've been stung by bees before, but then once I got stung by a bee up in Maine, and the next day at work, my hand was swollen like the hamburger helper, and I had a mainline red line going up the veins in my forearm. I felt like an idiot, but my coworker said, hey, you're going to die. You should take something. So I took some Sudafed that day, and the allergic reaction went away. I hadn't been stung by a bee for a long time, but in my 20s I had been stung by a bee, and then in my late 20s or early 30s I had that allergic reaction. So this is a New Jersey bee. That was a Maine bee. We'll see. The New Jersey bears didn't bother me, but a New Jersey bee. And I don't know what I did to that guy. I was just walking on the trail. I don't know if I stepped on his nest, or if I kicked him or hit him with my stick, or if he's just an asshole. You know, I've met some other people in New Jersey. They seem to be nice, but the bees, so far no bueno. I'm just sitting here looking at it. That's probably gonna have some sort of an allergic reaction. That's an angry bee sting, and it's right on the vein. It's like he knew what he was doing, even through my sock. I just rubbed this Chigger 2X on it, which says for ticks and chiggers and all bug bites. I have no idea if the Chigger 2X is going to do anything, but the Sudafed should keep me from dying, and hopefully it keeps my leg from swelling up and turning red also. So we'll see how that goes. Already too exciting of a day for me. I was heading to a farm less than 2 miles from here to get cider donuts, ice cream. I guess they have fruit. You know, I was thinking junk food, but some healthy fruit wouldn't be bad. Melon, bananas, you know, who knows. But definitely going to take one of those cider donuts and make a peanut butter sandwich. And I read in the comments that they might make ice cream sandwiches out of the cider donuts, which sounds good. I can get one of those and add peanut butter to it. You have to have a cider donut as is, because I've had some good cider donuts in my life. Ziggy's in Salem made good cider donuts. You gotta test it plain as is to see how it stands up against the others. And then you can get creative with ice cream sandwiches and peanut butter ice cream sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches, etc., etc. But at any rate, I was looking forward to that. Now I'm kind of sad boy with my bee sting. It's all swollen. So I had heard a few people mentioning for the last couple of miles the stairway to heaven. So it's just a lot of stairs and I got to go down it. Everybody else going north was coming up it. That bee absolutely was trying to kill me. It had a plan that if it stung me and I took Sudafed, that I would get drowsy and fall down these stairs. So that was an assassination plot. Tune in to find out if I was murdered by a honeybee or a yellow jacket with an insidious plot. There's a house right over there. I've been listening to whatever the hell that is for 5 or 10 minutes. Then I realized there was a house, and that's their stereo system. I have no idea what they're listening to, but they are ruining nature. Very lazy Saturday morning. I don't know, July 17th, I think. I snoozed in. Last thing to do was finish breaking down the tent and put all this stuff in my pack, but I think subconsciously I knew I wanted to stay at the secret shelter, which is just 7 or 8 miles away from here. So I didn't have a big day. I did a 12 yesterday. I did a 10 the day before that, coming off of my zeros. Here's a guy walking his dog. I think he's a local or he's coming right down the trail. It's going to be a light day for me. I could do a 12, but I don't feel like pushing it now that I'm getting such a late start. I've heard good things about the secret shelter. Morning. Now listen, ogres are like onions. Do you get it? Ogres are like onions. They have layers. That marks the highest point in New Jersey. I skipped going up there. I'm close enough. Nice view though. And New Jersey's been good to me. It's where I saw my first bear on trail. I got stung by a bee. That wasn't good to me. And there's a nice lake down there. It's Sunday. I can hear the kids enjoying it. I am at the High Point State Park. A gentleman told me about 50-cent sodas up there. He said at the bottom of the hill, 50-cent sodas. I was aiming for the Marshall Lake, but I made a mistake. I came to an intersection where I could have went on a blue trail up to the monument that I shot a video of, or down to that lake. And I kept going on the AT to the little view tower that I shot the video from. And then from there, I thought if I kept going south, I could get back to the lake. But I also knew about this place, and both places had a water spigot. Only one place had the outdoor showers at the lake, and I would have done that, but then I'd be sweating my ass off in a moment anyway. Water right there. So I got water, 50-cent sodas. Gonna try a Mountain House breakfast. I screwed up. I saw one that said eggs and bacon, and I accidentally grabbed this one that says ham and peppers. I like the peppers. I wouldn't normally get the ham, but out here I've been doing things I normally wouldn't do. That'll probably taste like bacon tomorrow morning or whenever I get around to cooking it. And I got a peanut butter cracker bonanza. That makes me happy. Had that. But this is gonna hit me like a Mack truck. So here's my energy for the afternoon, and it's gonna come fast. It is about 7:30, a little past 7:30, and I am at brink shelter, if you can read that. Should be called bug shelter or push you to the brink shelter. I legitimately just ate dinner like this in my rain gear. This is as bad as Wawayanda, maybe worse. And here comes another hiker. Today was a good day. It started off a little strange. I stayed in my tent for a long time to try to avoid the rain, but then I made 12 good miles. I didn't start till like 10:30, and I got in here at like 5:30, just a little past 5. So I got my 12 miles, and I bumped into that woman, Lisa, who was taking pictures in that meadow in the swamp. So it was a good day. She gave me water to top me off before I got here. There's a beautiful cold spring here, so it is all good. One of the nicer views I've seen in New Jersey. I haven't really been checking out all the scenic views. I've just been trying to get through here. New Jersey has been all right. The water situation has not been ideal. I can see forever. I swear I can see Massachusetts. I don't really know where that is. New Jersey, New York, but it just keeps going. This water source, it's like Rattlesnake Spring or something. I'm not sure if you'll be able to zoom in, but back in that hazy skyline, there's at least 5, if not 6, layers of mountain ranges, depending upon where you look. At the top of this peak, you get a panoramic view of everything. Just ate dinner. I'm like 2 miles from Delaware Water Gap. I was gonna stay at the last tent site way up there, but I just decided, nah, there was nothing special about that tent site. There was no water, so I would have had to set up camp, hike a mile to get to the Holy Spring water source, which sounded great. That's 0.2 off the trail, and then go back. So all in all, that would have been 3 miles to just stay outside of town. The only thing in this food bag is a quarter of a bottle of olive oil, and that's an unofficial measurement. I don't know, 15 or so high energy drink packets, and my bear rope kit. That's it. I have a Cliff Bar that I'm about to eat for dessert. So I literally milked this food bag all the way into town. My pack has never been lighter, and it's nice, but that's not the way the trail works, and that's not the way the human body works. I've got to fill this back up, whether I want to carry the weight or not, and I don't mind carrying the weight. Plus, I only have like a half a liter of water there, and I'm going to finish that off. So I'm light on water too. So I mean, I don't know how much I weigh right now, but it's the lightest I've ever been. I'm sure of that. It was way over there. I'll even get up for this. Is this mystery bottle of orange juice. Now, I'm not desperate enough to drink this, and I wonder if I ever will be. I am curious if there's vodka in it. I'm going to smell it. You're not supposed to be able to smell vodka, but no, it just smells like orange juice, but you're not supposed to be able to smell vodka. If I was nice, I'd carry that out and throw it away, but I was just bragging about being light. Somebody else is going to have to do that. And I apologize, Mother Nature and the universe. I wish I was a better person. There's a ton of trash on the trail. I should be picking up everything and carrying it out for people. But pack it in, pack it out yourself. How's that? That would work. There's water running down there. I assume I'm going to cross over it, but I am not getting any water. This is what I'm bringing into town. I'm walking in light, and I'm walking out heavy.